You heard me.
You heard me.
Welcome to You Heard Me the First Time podcast. My name is Minnie.
I'm Nikki Nicole.
And Lizzie.
And welcome back to another episode.
Pew, 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 pew. Oh, I like the gun this time.
More fire. Okay, I'm playing.
That's your Jamaican side.
My Jamaican side coming out.
So we're going to introduce a new segment, You Heard Me the First Time podcast. Lizzie, what do you want to introduce this week?
Okay, so in this segment, we're going to talk about we're going to bring light to something, either negative or positive, and just kind of basically say, you heard me. So this time I want to say, you heard me. I have a great co-host, and I want to shout you guys out. I don't think we should start this segment without bigging ourselves up first and saying that we're doing great in our personal and podcast life. We've been trying our best to stay consistent with it, and I just think we need to just give ourselves a pat on the back before we even get into the full segment of it. So,
all right, come on, positive energy.
You heard her the first time.
And on that note, you heard me the first time.
Yes. So let's talk about it. Lil Baby and Jada. So as we reported last week, Lil Baby and Jada are officially, and I'll put that in air quotes, child, they are officially over. And recently, Jada put it on her social media. She had a new watch, and people are reporting it's the same watch or, the same brand that Lil Baby brought her. And I guess, allegedly, he done took his watch away, child. So she leveled up and she brought her own damn watch. Minnie, what do you think about that? Are you turned off forever if a man asks for his gift back after you guys ended?
I am. Like, honestly, like, why you want the gift back? Like, what the fuck you gonna do with it? But I would say, if I'm really upset, I would throw the gift back at them. Like, bitch, have that shit.
Shit, not that watch.
Exactly.
Not a petite. I'll keep that shit or whatever. But yeah, like, what's the point of taking it? That just shows your character. Like, but at the end of the day, Lil Baby is hurt as fuck.
You gotta be hurt.
He is hurt. For you to take back a gift, you are extremely hurt.
Exactly.
Y'all taking back gifts?
No.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, like, imagine if you brought a nigga. I was about to say, imagine if you brought a nigga a PS5 and you see his ass still online playing, no, give me my shit back. Give me my shit. Who you playing with? No, you ain't playing games. You playing games with my feelings and no. I'm tired of you playing with
my feelings.
Like, nah, y'all got me fucked up. Give me my PS5 back. Give me my shit back.
So Lizzie, what about an engagement ring? That's considered a gift, right? So if the proposal doesn't work out and you guys don't get to marriage and he's like, could I have the ring back?
No, I don't think you should take any gift back. If it's a gift, then let it be a gift. The money has already been spent. Don't go back and, get it back.
But what you gonna do with the engagement ring? I'll probably get back. What you gonna do with the engagement ring?
Oh, I'm gonna
You can do a lot.
Oh, that is true. If it's real.
No,
if it's not the ones that have like all, let me stop.
I'm telling you, if it's a Patek watch and he's trying to take it back, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to get that shit in blood. Like, I'm not giving that shit back. How are you going to get the watch out of me? You better fight me. You're gonna literally have to fight me to get that watch. I'm not giving.
Well, you as bossy as Jada, you can buy your own shit. It's like, nigga, now what? Now what? You did that to hurt my feelings, but I can drop another $100K and buy my own watch.
She is that girl, okay?
That is true. That is very, very true.
Like, I'm going to show you, I don't need you. Like, I'm good without you being here. Like, I can afford this shit without you.
Yeah.
And that's how you boss up. And that's how you boss the fuck up.
That's how you hurt a nigga feelings.
Okay?
Real bad.
So let's get into our main topic. With these men podcasts, the trending topic is, what does a woman bring to the table? Is she bringing enough? A woman wants a man to do this and do that, but what is a woman bringing to the table? Minnie, do you find that to be an insult if you're dating a guy and his first question to you is, what do you bring to the table? Or do you think that's a valid question?
I feel like it's a valid question when in a certain point of the relationship. If we just start talking and you already asked me what I bring to the table, now I feel like you're just trying to see what you can get out of me. Like, that's exactly how I feel. Like, what can you gain from this relationship? But I just want to tell a story really quick, right? And it's about Nikki, but this is her first time hearing this story.
Oh my God.
So last week, it was my dog's birthday. Whoop, 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 whoop.
My birthday was this week, actually.
It was this week. Okay, this week. It's Saturday. It's the child. Anyway.
Girl, yes. My birthday the whole month.
A couple days ago, it was my dog's birthday, right? Nikki Nicole. And my boyfriend homeboy was at the house and whatever. So he was like, "Oh, Minnie, y'all going out this weekend? I know you celebrating your homegirl birthday." So I was like, "Yeah, whatever, we're going to brunch or whatever." So he was like, "You know how the fellas is. So she fine?" So I was like, "Damn right, my friend fine or whatever." Like, so he was like, "Tell me about her, whatever." I said, "Why? Like, why do you want to know about her? Like, she good. Like, you know, she's straight." He's like, "Damn, Minnie, you cop blocking or whatever." You want to know one of his questions? What can she bring to the table? Oh, that was literally one of his questions. He never saw you. I didn't even show him a picture of you. He don't know you. And his first question was, what can she bring to the table? I said, my girl can bring the whole goddamn table, so you better come.
Yeah.
Correct. So I'm just like, it's so crazy that this week that's our topic, and literally that was the first thing he said to me. What does she bring to the table? So guys really have that stuck in their head, needing to know. And I don't know if it's going based off like, okay, because like they always have to bring the table, so now it's a new generation, so now they need to know what a woman can bring to the relationship. I don't know if that's the thought process they have, but I do feel like it's an insult, especially when you just start talking. Like, get to know me first before you want to know what I can provide to you.
I think that's a very insecure question for a man to ask. I don't think a man, for me, I don't think a man should be asking, what could a woman bring to a table? The man should be preparing his own table. And then the woman comes in, like, I don't know. I guess I might be a little bit old school with that. But to me, I just take that as a very insecure question. What does a woman bring to the table? Because what that obviously means that you're trying to gain something. You're not trying to get to know me. Women aren't walking around saying, what could you do for me? If we did that, it would be a big problem.
I think we are. I was about to say, I think we are.
Let's be real.
I think we do it, but we don't do it so bluntly. We kind of I think we don't do it so bluntly. Like, men are literally out here saying, what could you do for me? Like, I just think
I disagree with that. I think as women, we're doing the same thing. I feel like absolutely.
Yes, especially if you're a city girl, you need to know if that nigga gonna spend that cash. Okay.
He gonna break the bread.
He gonna break the bread or not. Okay.
I feel like somebody can always tell you, especially in the early stages, they can always tell you, oh, I bring A, B, C to the table. But I feel like with time, you can see what the person is bringing to the relationship, whether it's financially, they're stable, or spiritually, or whatever. But anybody can just tell you anything. I don't want you to tell me nothing. I want you to show me what you're bringing to the relationship. So you can say anything to me. People say it all the time, especially in the beginning stages. Oh, I'm this or I'm that. But show me with your action. What are you bringing to the relationship?
So when do you think is actually a good time to even bring up that conversation? Because that conversation you do have to have that conversation, especially if you're going to be serious with this person. You need to know what this person, I don't know if it's like, can this person do for you or whatever, but finance and credit have to be a part of the relationship. You have to start talking about that. So, Lizzie, when do you think is a good time to actually introduce that conversation?
Once again, I don't think it should ever really be a conversation of what can you do.
Nah, I need to know how much you got in the bank.
Or what? No, but I don't think it should ever be a conversation like that. But it should definitely be a conversation about finances and, credit and etc. I think once you get to a point where you're really once you get to a point where you're building with somebody, I would say that's when that conversation should take place. Once you start preparing for your life together and you're saying, okay, I can really see this being something serious, then you guys do need to discuss those finances and be open and honest, because that's how a lot of relationships end based off of that.
So how do you even say, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think, like Lizzie said, I think it's once you're going into, okay, this is a serious relationship, where you're like, okay, financially, how are you doing? And maybe you don't want to give the figures of, because some people don't want to give all their finances, but like, okay, this is what this is what I do. This is how much I can bring into, the bank account. Or religiously, are you religious? Are you not religious? Do you think that disciplining children, how do you discipline children? Like certain stuff like that. Once I think that it's going to actually get into a serious relationship, I do think those conversations have to be brought up, because you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody and be like, oh, I never knew this about you, or I didn't know this is what you wanted.
Or can you imagine you guys about to get a house and he's talking about he got all these good credits, this, that, da, 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 and it's time and they run that credit. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like that's why it's also unnecessary to, like you said, Nikki, don't tell me, show me. Because in the beginning stage, if you tell me like, oh, I got this, I got that, I got this, now we got serious. You probably didn't know we were gonna get serious, but now we got serious. Now we're building. Now it's time to show me what you actually got, and you can't show me. That's gonna be the end of a lot of relationship. Whether you like, whether you think it's true or not, finance is a big part of relationship.
And sex.
Because I'm bringing this bomb ass pussy to the relationship.
Oh.
I'm dropping it on the table, okay? So.
All of a sudden, he wants certain things played with, and you didn't know that. That needs to be a discussion too.
He want a little ass play.
So where do you guys think you have that discussion on, just like that discussion taken to the next level sexually, and you say like, maybe you're not pleasing me, or I want you to do more of this or that? When does that conversation happen?
I think the sexual part about the pleasing,
after the first time.
I was about to say no, after the second time, because the first time could be nerves, it can be all types of things, but on the second time, if it's still like, oh shit, like this is just how you fuck. Then it probably has to be like, hey, this is pleased me, or I like when you do this. I think that conversation could be brought up earlier in the stages, because you can't be
like it's so awkward. Like I still feel like it's just although now it's like I feel like my boyfriend picked up during sex, like, okay, he realized like when I do this, it really turns her on, or when I do this, it doesn't really.
So you're speaking with body language.
Yeah, I be doing like a little shake, like.
But like listen, but that shake could mean something else. You could be moving because it don't feel good. He think, oh, I'm killing this shit. Oh, like, no, nigga, I'm trying to get away. I need you to stop.
I'm trying to make you hit the right spot. Okay?
And he like, oh shit, he killing it. Okay, now you need to verbalize. This is not it.
So how would you tell a guy like, listen, you ain't, this is, I need more out of it?
Child, I have done that.
Do you remember? Okay.
Do you remember the time? Oh gosh.
I don't know if I can bring this up. Nikki, it's about you.
Go ahead, Chad.
Do you remember you was dating this guy and you was like, he don't give head, and then one day during the time y'all having sex, she said she put his head down there,
and it was still terrible.
My daughter said she grabbed her head and said, nigga.
I think it's what I heard on a podcast earlier, that some women think they're killing shit just like sometimes men think it. And this man was like, most women really don't have good sex.
I feel like you can tell sometimes. I feel like I can tell sometimes. I feel like I can tell
when you didn't give your best.
When you give your best.
I didn't give my best. You know what I be thinking.
You won't be, like, and you be embarrassed. You just, oh shit.
Like, oh shit, he came. But I already, you know what I be thinking? Like, okay, would I be giving him head, and he was like, oh, come and fuck me? I be like, oh shit, the head wasn't good.
Cause we do the same thing. Like, no, just come up.
I swear, I'm like, God damn. I'm like, wait, no, I gotta go somewhere.
Let me redeem myself.
Exactly.
What else I can do? I started choking.
Like, let me try this new trick I learned.
Exactly.
I'm licking the balls and everything. Like, man, you gonna let me finish my hand segment?
Hello.
So I think it is important to have those conversations. I think it just, from what we're getting, it depends on when you have the conversation, because I think it's said a lot, but communication is key.
It is.
That's Minnie's favorite word.
And and so I think a lot of stuff are in the bedroom are finances. We see that a lot, that either you're not financially pleased, you're not sexually pleased, or he broke his fuck. So it's like,
and that's important. That's important.
Talking about finances and what men and women bring to the table, do you guys think realistically women are known to being more emotional supporters compared to men that bring more finances, and men tend to still make more money than women? So what do you guys really think is important when it comes to family wise?
I think in this new day and age, traditionally men were supposed to be like the breadwinner and this and that, but I think, as we've been talking about for years, women are financially bringing a lot more to the table. Like, we can hold our own equally. We see a lot of, especially Black women, that are entrepreneurs, or they're doctors and lawyers, and they're in the same field as men. Unfortunately, the pay is still not equal, but we see women bosses all the time. So I'm bringing
but now
finances.
you have to bring the emotional support. How about that?
Oh,
how about that? Now you have to bring the
That's
emotional
true.
support.
That's very, very true.
Okay.
So emotional support, elaborate on that, Minnie. What is emotional support?
You gotta wash the dishes.
That's not emotional. Like, I feel like emotional support.
No, I'm playing. But emotional support for me is like, you see me on my grind, and you see me working hard, and you continue to give me the extra push that I need. Like, continue to like uplift me, continue to continue to be there for me overall. Not only finance. Finance is important. It's very important. But I still need my man to like be there for me, just to like, if I'm having a bad day, you rub my shoulders, or you rub my feet or something like that. Stuff that I would do for you. I'm expecting the same, especially when you see me on my grind, working a 9 to 5, doing my business on the side, and still doing what I gotta do at home as far as with my girls, and cooking a meal and stuff like that. So that's, for me, that's my emotional support.
And talk to me. Like, if I'm having a bad day and I want to talk about it, let's talk.
Yeah, that is so true.
Like, don't just be like, oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's wild as fuck, dog.
Exactly. Tell me that bitch was tripping too. Like, I need you to be into the conversation. Like, that is so true. Like, when I get home and I want to run my mouth for 20 minutes, you sit there and listen to me run my mouth for 20 minutes.
I need you to channel my inner homegirl, and I need you to be with me on this one. Okay, let's talk.
But listen, I be going a little bit too far, because I be like, girl, my bad.
You're gone too far.
No, that's when you know you real comfortable. That is when you know you real comfortable. You be like, girl, and you be like, damn.
That's how you know your man is your best friend.
Exactly.
When you say something, I be thinking, I'm like, girl, babe. I'm just playing. He's like, see, that's why I don't be talking to you. Oh my goodness.
So are you guys answering the question, what do you bring to the table, Minnie?
Now, yeah.
And what do you bring to the table?
Well,
or the relationship?
I already say I bring this bomb ass pussy or whatever, I'm kidding. But yeah, let me see. I can bring finance for sure. I can bring like a hustling woman. I can bring the emotional support. I can bring a mother, because I am a mother. It's so much aspects of me that I can bring. I can support you through everything and uplift you through everything and anything that you go through. Whether if you need me to uplift you emotionally, or if you need me to uplift you financially, I can do both. How about that?
All right, Lizzie.
Girl, you go. joking. No, but kind of similar to what Minnie was saying. Like I could bring that ambition. I could bring that hustler mentality, that motivation to anybody. Like I could also I could hold down my own just like anybody else can. So I would just say that's what I bring to the table. Like I don't feel like I necessarily need a man or whatnot. So that's what I don't really like the question of what do you bring to the table. I could take care of myself. So you should only be elevating and helping me. And that's the same thing I would do for somebody in return. So.
Not just playing Match.com. This is
okay.
I know, right?
If any man that's listening,
period.
You know, this is what my girls bring to the table.
Period.
Go ahead, Nikki, what you bring to the table?
So what I bring to the table, I'm caring, I'm loving, you know, financial support, emotional support, you know, spiritual support. And yeah,
and they bring that bomb ass pussy.
You know, they say you brag about it.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh. And I was just playing, y'all.
No, but I think it is a valid question. I just feel like some people do find it insulting. Like, let's have a relationship. Let's see where it goes. And you can see what I bring to the table. Not first date. What you bring to the table? What could you do for me? Like, sir, calm your ass down and stop listening to Kevin Samuels.
Oh, it's just like when they be.
That is definitely a Kevin Samuels question. Okay, what do you bring to the table? Like, and I'm sorry, that's also like a new age man question. So that's another reason why I can't really get with that.
It's just like, I remember when you was younger and they'd be like, oh, can you cook? Nigga, can you build a house? Like, let's talk about that. Build me a house that I can cook in. Okay? Talk about can you cook. Like, can you build a house?
Could you change my transmission? Period.
Hello, okay? I can't even call you when I have a flat tire because y'all don't know how to change a flat tire nowadays.
I was just about to ask that. Is it a turn off if a man doesn't know how to change a tire? Or are you okay with him calling AAA?
Oh, no.
No, you gotta know how to change my tire.
No,
baby.
You gotta change
a tire?
So is it okay if he's turned off that you don't know how to cook? Do you think that's okay? Like, okay, you're a woman, you don't know how to do cooking. Do you think that's a turn off?
Not her with the double standards.
Yeah. I'm just asking.
Not her with the double standards.
I don't know, but I agree with that too. If your man I expect my man to change my tire. So if my man expect his woman to cook, I could cook, but I could see how that could be a turnoff for a man too. That's very understandable to me.
Child, I can cook, but I don't know. It can be a turnoff for a man, and it's okay if it's a turnoff for a man. I just didn't want to try to be on the man's side or whatever. But
because could you imagine y'all broke down on the side of the road and he be like, "No, I ain't never do this before. You did." Like, he looking at you. Like, could you call your brother Minnie? Could you call your brother available?
That's so. And then your brother go, "Ain't your man with you?"
Exactly.
Ooh. Now that would be like.
That's embarrassing.
That nigga sitting right here doing shit, but sitting.
We waiting for you, babe.
Okay.
I mean, bro.
You know how they say about bros and sis, Nikki.
Okay. Y'all done fucked up.
Okay. Babe. What the fuck you got me to? Child.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into our listener letter. This is where you guys ask us for advice. You can send us an email at youheardmethus, the DA.
That's important.
firsttime@gmail.com. Again, that's youheardmethe1sttime@gmail.com. You can slide in our DMs on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Let's get into it.
Hi, ladies. I'm going to need some help with this one. I've been dating this guy for about 6 months, and things have been going well until recently. My lease was up, and my boyfriend thought it would be a good idea for us to move in together. But a month before my lease ends, he tells me he has a change of heart, that we are moving too fast. Luckily, I was able to sign my lease again and was not out stranded. But this really broke my heart and trust. What do you ladies think?
Well, did she say how long they've been together?
6 months.
6 months.
Oh, okay. I mean, that is really, really fast in my opinion. But nigga, don't bring it up. don't like.
Yeah, I was just about to say,
why would you even bring that up?
Yeah, why would you agree to something like that? And not that just goes back to show. Now it's time to show your cards, and you can't do it.
Yeah,
that's simply what it is. Like, you simply couldn't do it, and that's okay. Like, when the conversation came up, if you knew you wasn't ready then, it's okay to see. It's okay to say, look, I'm not ready. You only been dating for 6 months.
Yeah,
like, come on now, Gar. I would feel some kind of way.
I would definitely feel some kind of way. Would you guys stay in the relationship or would you let it go?
I think people are entitled to change their mind. I would, I would keep it in the back of my head, but I wouldn't in the relationship because I honestly feel like 6 months is a really quick time to move in with somebody.
Yeah. Love at first sight.
That's a really
Y'all don't believe in that?
Hell no.
Y'all know I'm saying I love you the second week.
Not lust at first time. You attracted to a nigga, but love, child, please.
Yeah, and I don't think I would end the relationship based off that. But like Nika said, like, keep it in the back of your mind. Like, now you don't want to rush anything with this guy. You want to take it slow and see where it goes, but not to rush anything.
And nigga, you got one more time to say sight. You got one more time.
That's basically what he said. He's like, berries.
Hold up, thought about it, changed my mind. I'm good.
No.
They nigga say your lease is up. You moving where? Can you sign that shit back, please? I need another 6 months.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry, okay?
Oh my God, that is crazy.
But that's creep as hell that he did that. But if she could get over it, she could get over it.
I don't know. I might look at him different.
That's what I'm sorry. Something like that, I'm going to really look at the person different. It's going to be hard to recover from something like that.
Especially the timing that it happened. It happened when it was time for her when her lease ended. It's not like she was already settled into a home or whatever, her lease. But her lease ended, and that's when you decide to say, like, oh, nah, I was just kidding. I would look at him different.
Right,
go ahead.
No, I was going to say she had to make plans around what he proposed to the relationship. Like, okay, he's making plans to do this. So let me change my stuff around so I can compromise what's going on. And just for you to turn it around a month later, like, I don't like that.
Yeah. And then prior to that, thank God I was able to re-sign my lease. That means it's just like, he must have told her, I can only assume he must have told her last minute, like, nah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I would look at him funny. And then after me looking at him funny for a whole month, I'm going to be turned off. I ain't going to want to have sex.
The relationship is just going to be over after that.
The relationship is just going to be done.
That is, because you looking at him like, damn. I feel like it's 6 months. 6 months is too early. So I would agree with him on that. But the fact that you guys both thought it was okay at that moment, when he proposed it to her, she was okay with it. So it probably wasn't too soon for her, based on if they're together every day already, or he's spending every day with her. So it probably made sense for them. Okay, let's move in. Let's see how this works. I don't know, child.
And then he was like,
I changed my mind, bitch.
Yeah.
I didn't know you was ready to move. That nigga said, I didn't know you was ready to move in now. I thought we had another year to go.
Yeah. You got one more time to change your mind about something.
That's
and that's huge.
That's really huge. I might be able to forgive that, but it's going to be very hard to come from that.
Yeah. But you know what? He probably thought, like, okay, like when they brought up the conversation, yes, I am willing to move in with you, but he probably thought he had like another year or something. That was probably his thought process. She
started bringing boxes over there. He was like, oh, hell no.
Hell no.
This been serious.
You want to move in now?
Oh, my God.
Next year.
Yeah.
Are back in the overnight bags?
Hello.
Oh, Lord.
Well, if you need our advice, again, you can send us an email at youheardme.da.
That's important.
Firsttime@gmail.com. Again, that's youheardme.firstTime@gmail.com. Slide in our DMs, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And until next time, this has been an episode of You Heard Me the First Time podcast. These braces be getting in my way. I'm ready to take them out. Okay.
Like, damn. Girl, that holy be a better bitch when you tell these shit up.
Period.
Oh,
Soon come, soon come.
I'm your girl, Nikki.
I'm Lizzie.
Ow.
Ow.